start of the war will be hit hardest. On the one hand, the war itself, as an escalation of the Russian-Ukraine crisis, will not end soon. On the other hand, even if Russia wins an overwhelming military victory, there will still be a long period of instability in Ukraine, a situation that investors would not want to see. Moreover, if the crisis escalated, both the United States and the European Union have imposed economic and financial sanctions against Russia. The latest information shows that the Europe and the US have decided to exclude some Russian financial institutions from the SWIFT system. SWIFT sanctions will have significant negative impact on Russia's economy, foreign trade, and various financial transactions. The US and the Europe also threatening sanctions on Russia's central bank's US dollar 600 billion worth of foreign reserves. The expulsion of most Russian banks from the SWIFT system has left Russia isolated in international financial markets, meaning it will pay a huge price for this, regardless or whether it wins in the conflict or not. For the European Union, since it's not the heart of the conflict, it is directly response. However, the financial market in Europe will be in a state of instability due to the geopolitical impact of the war that is geographically near the region, which will not only hit the financial markets in Europe, but will also drag down the euro. Europe, which has close economic ties with Russia, will also suffer from the sanctions against Russia. European banks are heavily exposed to Russian corporate and financial debt, and any rise in risk could stabilize the global financial system. The US has little to lose from relevant geopolitical conflicts. The fact that much of the capital withdrawn from Europe is expected to flow back to the US is undoubtedly beneficial to the relatively stable US capital markets. The continued rise in energy prices will likewise further push up the level of inflation in the US, posing long-term risk for its financial market. This will further increase the difficulty of the Federal Reserve monetary policy implementation, and the policy risk of the Fed's hindsight will further intensify, bringing instability to the US capital market. In terms of the impact on China, Unbound noted that the USD to RMB exchange rate rose again recently. On February 26, both the onshore and offshore US dollars and RMB exchange rate traded around 6.30 mark. Data showed the RMB's correlation with global market volatility fell to a 3-year low early last week, underscoring the currency's safe haven ability. In fact, this means the international capital is seeking new safe haven, bringing incremental international capital to China's domestic capital market, making China's financial market one of the beneficiaries of the crisis. However, China's ability to maintain the stability of its surrounding environment remains a major consideration for international capital flows in the face of growing geopolitical competition and conflict. However, the war between Russia and Ukraine will have impact on energy prices, such as oil and natural gas, as well as food and commodity prices. The economic and financial sanctions imposed by the US and Europe will also exacerbate Russia's recession. Nonetheless, Russia can still utilize its energy resources for its geopolitical interests. Russia is said to have substantially raised natural gas prices. European natural gas prices have soared 41%. In addition, nearly 35% of palladium, an important element used in the US semiconductor industry, was imported from Russia. Once Russia stops supplying palladium to the United States, the shortage of chips in the US will be exacerbated. At the same time, 20% of neon, another element used in the US semiconductor industry, was imported from the Ukraine. A sharp increase in the price of neon as a result of the war could also have impact on the US semiconductor industry. Some market institutions have analyzed that the crude oil prices may once again exceed the US $140 mark, which will benefit Russia, a major energy exporter, enough to compensate for the losses caused by rising financial settlement costs. Changes in supply and demand in areas such as energy and commodities will undoubtedly exacerbate global inflationary pressures. Financial markets have conventionally been one of the most globalized, and as geopolitical conflict intensifies, this change will have implications for the long-term evolution of global financial capital markets. In particular, Europe and the United States, which have advantages in the financial field, have imposed financial sanctions on Russia, exposing the global financial market to geopolitical hazard, as well as increasing financial transaction costs and risks. This policy and market changes arising from the Russia-Ukraine conflict will indicate an increase in risk for global capital.